Are you stuck trying to figure out how to use different modes and scales beyond basic major and minor scales? Knowing when to use which one is, of course, a huge topic, but it's equally important when you're playing through diminished scales and the diatonic modes like in my last video to capture the flavor of each of them. And of course, if you haven't seen the last video, go back and watch that to know what I'm talking about. But anyway, what this usually means is what makes this mode special? What makes it different from a vanilla major or a minor scale? And how can we highlight that flavor? More importantly, how can we use that to expand our vocabulary and our ability to help people feel something, which is what music is all about. Take, for example, the B-flat Lydian mode of F major. How is it different from a regular major scale? Well, it's the raised fourth. You can think of Lydian as a double leading tone scale. It has notes a half step below both the root, the strongest scale degree with the most gravity, as well as the fifth, which is the second strongest, because the fifth itself wants to resolve back to the root. So how do you use that and highlight it to make the color of this mode shine? Here's two ways. Use it more than once and sit on the raised fourth. I'll show you what I mean. Here's the B-flat Lydian scale. And the special note is this E, the raised fourth, okay? So one thing you could play is like, right? So I'm doubling the E up here by just playing up to it. And then landing on the E itself to really show that it's there, to highlight that. Here's a way to fold that in with the diminished stuff I was talking about in my last video, right? If we take my B whole half diminished scale, right? I'm ending that on an E. We can use that note to pivot back into the B-flat Lydian mode because it's common between the two of them. So here's that over a B-flat major 9 chord, so you can hear what it sounds like in context. So hopefully this helps make some sense of the exercise I was demonstrating in the last video and lets you take those diminished sounds and those modal sounds and apply them in a musical context in a way that's going to be useful to you to help generate material. And if you need help with applying some of this, or just want to go further with it, or just want the accountability of having to check in with somebody every single week to make sure you're doing the work and that things are up to the standards you want to be up to, send me a DM or use my profile link to set up a private lesson, and we can get all those wheels in motion. So until next time, thanks.